stands up.
Oh God,
Every
my internet
time.
signal's sucking already. Okay, I heard a good one. What's orange and sounds like a parrot?
Could be anything.
What is it, Dave?
No,
An orange parrot.
No, a carrot.
Oh. Well, I guess that's a perfect time. A perfect time to roll that footage.
Fab Studios presents Figure Action. That one's me.
Shit, I had a joke and now I can't remember it. Hopefully it comes back to me. Hopefully it does. It was actually pretty good. But let's go.
I wanted to come back to her, but I said no.
What's going on?
It's Thursday, and you know what that means. It is 9 p.m. Eastern time here, and it is we are here for the Figure Action Podcast. That's right. I'm here. I'm your not-so-host, Trustarscreamer, and with me is the one and only ExtraZero, which I would love to have at the end of my paycheck, but unfortunately the decimal point is not working, and the chillest, the illest, the man, the myth, the legend. That's what the T for T-Man is for. The man, T-Man 978. Okay, that's all the energy I got.
There you go. Well, while you're at it, folks, make sure you slam that like button because it helps us out in the algorithm. We're coming close to enough subs to get monetized. So be a friend, tell a friend that we exist. And if they want to come in a place where they can have good conversations about action figures, industry stuff, and just some fun around toys in general, check us out. Check out our Teespring store where you're at. We got some of the...
I'm just saying there's no more vegetable jokes. I would never make fun of anybody in a coma.
Did we miss something?
Just your cataracts there. And yeah, check out our Teespring store. You get some of the best priced podcasting merch out there. You're gonna look good. You're gonna help us out. And if we see you wearing one to TFCon, we'll give you a high five, hug, or handshake, your choice. We appreciate all the folks that are here. And while you're at it, check out that live chat over there. If you're watching us live, you can be part of the show. We'll be highlighting your comments all throughout the course and making you all part of the conversation. So don't be shy. Pop in there. But we got a lot of cool stuff to talk about tonight. But before we do, go ahead and find out how everybody's doing. And yeah, we'll be talking about Diaper Island. We'll be talking about the Don Figueroa situation. So lots of stuff to talk about tonight. So let's go ahead. We'll get into it. Dave, how's your week been? And did you get anything cool?
This week has been a hell week at work, but making it through. I have not gotten much individual things as I haven't gotten any figures, but I am working. I'm working on a couple projects right now. One I've got right here is I did customize the Casey Jones mask this week, where I made a battle damaged one to make it look like he lost the fight, which I'm really, really happy how this one turned out. See, I got the blood marks on here, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one or put one on eBay, but I was, again, really pleased how this came out. I've got like 2 more masks I can customize now. As long as BBTS has them on special, I might keep bringing them in. And then I have been syncing... Oh, yeah, that's an extra one. Whoa, my camera just focused. There you go. Hello, focus, camera, focus. That's going really weird there. Yeah, no, actually, BBTS had them on special for like $30. I am freaking blurry. What the hell? There we go. But
Don't
yeah,
worry,
they got on
it
special for like
happens at
$29. Yeah, but they got a special, so I picked up a couple of them for that, and I may order a few more. And then I've been working on a custom Mezco figure, and I've been ordering parts left and right, from jackets to holsters to customized parts. I have been carving Mezco bucks And well, I'll give you guys a little preview of what I'm working on, because it's one they're not going to make, or if they do, they're going to have to do like a special kit for it. I am making a Mezco Red Hood.
Oh, nice.
So I'm actually I've got this is actually a Snake Eyes buck that I bought. So I've got pants on order. I've got holsters. I've got gauntlets right here. So I've got forearms on order. I got pistols coming in, effects. I even got a Batman stand that I'm going to paint the bat symbol red on. From China, I even ordered a little red bat symbol to go on his chest. That'll be glued onto there. So this is going to look pretty damn tight when it's all said and done. Because I have been wanting a Red Hood Mezco, and I'm so freaking sick of that stupid Warner Brothers weapon I don't get. That's what's stopping them from making this thing. That's my world. How are you?
I'm great. I am awesome. Spectaculous. But my week, I don't know, time is starting to fly all of a sudden, which is starting to worry me a little bit. But it's like a good thing, because it's like, oh, it's payday again. But then it's like, oh crap, it's June. But what did I get over the weekend with the help of Junkie on Crafts and Bills, because he's changing his collecting habits? I was able to get Navigant from him, where he does his sale on everything. Thanks to the Hasbro Pulse outlet, I was able to get this Crimson Strike set, and then it dropped like $20 a couple of days later. And no, I will have to send this back and get a refund, and then buy the cheaper price again if I want the cheaper price, which is annoying. Like, maybe I could really pretend I sent it back.
Yeah, right.
And I also got this guy, the Displacer Beast.
Oh crap, that's huge.
Yes, it is. It's the biggest Hasbro animal I got, or the biggest hexapod I have, and the only. Well, no, it's not the only hexapod I have, because I have the what is that thing called? The Gene Splicer. What?
Gene Stealer. Gene Stealer.
Gene Stealer. These tentacles are like longer than him. Oh, he is huge.
And I have it on order thanks to you, you bastard.
Yeah. It has ratchets. Look at that. And bendy wire. So that's why this cost what it cost when it came out. Because it's humongous. It's not the size of the Winravie or whatever, however you pronounce that. It's bigger than him. Thanks to ExtraZero for finding this. I've never seen this in store.
Yeah, and on sale to boot.
Yes. And I got
the price of a Voyager.
Yeah. Which was great. So thank you. So to never find it and find it. I found some other old stuff, but it's never on clearance. But I did get 2 other things on that sale, but I haven't even gotten a shipping notice for that yet. What did I get? Oh, for the people who have been waiting for this, that Star Killer is under $50 for him and the Stormtroopers. So get the Hasbro Pulse. I don't even want to keep it secret. What else? Oh, that Cyber Power Link Hotshot was under $20 for him and Joe.
That's insane too, because like I remember when that thing was coming out, people were scalping pre-sales.
Oh yeah. Well,
I was patient because I didn't want to pay $45 for a deluxe. What were you saying, Dave?
Well, in some ways, it feels like, and this actually might be for a discussion unto itself, but the Hasbro Pulse outlet is basically Hasbro being their own Ross on clearance.
Pretty much. They want that money instead of giving it away to Ross.
I mean, I ordered that Displays Beast. I ordered Ronin. I don't know if you saw that. That thing, it was $40 on Amazon when it first came out for $21. And then I ordered that freaking, the Detroit Steel figure because he was $35. That's a $35 figure. That wasn't a $50, $55 figure. Which then we'll probably, when we talk later tonight, I'll probably be saying I'll be getting into the Pulse sale. Spoilers.
But how are you, ExtraZero?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I've got a pretty long weekend ahead. I'm off tomorrow, so gonna, just run some errands. I'm gonna go pay respects at the cemetery tomorrow morning, and then I'm gonna be power washing and then doing a lot of cooking. It's my in-laws' anniversary on Saturday. We've got a graduation party, and then I think on Monday we're just gonna relax. The pool temp is 79, so maybe I'll actually get to swim in the pool, which will be nice. And also, I can't really speak on it too much, but I have a little bit of a career change lined up. So I'm excited. I'll be able to say more when I signed the agreement, but I have to get everything fully finalized. Going to be interesting to see what my current employer's response is. We'll put it that way. But yeah.
No, don't go.
They've saddlebagged me with 7, and I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm not exaggerating. I have 7 projects that they've involved me with. So I think my director sees me as long term, and I'm hoping I get an exit interview. I'm not going to burn any bridges on my way out, but it's going to be interesting. And Fluffy Pro, thank you. I'm excited. This is a fully remote position too. So, I know I've talked on the show about how we plan on moving down south when my and McLattering. No, I'm not taking a counter offer because they just simply will not do remote work. This is future proofing my career. This is a technical role that I'm going back into, and it's very future proof. It's working in back end automation. So it's one of those things where not a webcam stripper. I'm flattered though, Kato. I'm very flattered you think that, but not doing that. So I'll be able to say more in
weight loss,
the coming weeks. Yeah, right. I'm excited. I'm really excited to get my foot in the door with this. It's a slight pay cut, but I think it's going to be worth it. And the fact that I don't have to travel, and gas just spiked. Gas went up here 50 cents overnight this week. So I think it's going to be really good for me. I did get a few cool things. First off, I got my Skybound trade paperback. So really excited to have this. I had digital copies, but I like physical goods, so really happy to have this. And we'll say if you're on the fence, the quality of the print on here is really good. They use these nice thick pages of good quality. So I'm the second trade paperback can't come soon enough. As far as figures, I got this guy. I got the MMC Ignis, their hotspot, which I really think is right now current contender for my figure of the year. As far as third party goes, this is figure of the year. When T was showing it off, and we had a little mini meetup on Saturday. We'll talk about that when we get into one of our news topics. I was this figure is so good. It's chunky, it's beefy, it's durable. It's got all the articulation you'd want. Everything about it feels good. It's a fun transformation, and I really like it. So if you're doing the Protectobots for your collection, for your masterpiece collection, don't sleep on this guy. It's really good. And lastly, I got the Commander class Magmatron, and I actually have him on display with my masterpiece Beast Wars 2 stuff. So I put him in with the shelf with Primal, and I guess he was just Convoy in Japan and Leo Convoy, and this figure is really really good. If they tweaked a couple things, it could pass as an MP, and I'm not exaggerating there. If they got rid of a few of the waffles, like if they didn't do the 5mm ports in the hands like there, and just gave him a pegging system. I really wish he actually didn't come with the blast effects, because there's not much he can do with them. Like you can put them in the sword and that's kind of it. I wish that instead of doing the blast effects, they maybe filled in these mushroom pegs here on the wings, and maybe filled in a little bit of the hollow bits on the plesiosaur. But otherwise, this thing's really 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 good. Really good. It's a worthy upgrade to the original Magmatron, and I'm really really happy to have this guy. So if you were curious about this one,
do things like I wonder if they'll do Tripredicus or Magnabots next.
I would love to see both of those, especially since if they're trying to tackle stuff from the Japanese continuity, it would make sense. I'd love to see a better update to Tripredicus. So, but it's all in Hasbro's court, and I do agree with the people that are worried about John Warden coming back, because is it gonna be Super G1, or are they gonna be able to kind of do like what they've been doing, which is kind of the Marvel Legends approach of we'll focus on characters relevant, obscure, and in between, which I think is the smartest thing.
Coming back.
I thought he was coming back to be the lead for Transformers, but maybe I'm mistaken. So someone in the chat knows. Keep me honest there. And speaking of the chat, let's shout out everybody in the chat before we get into news. Kicking things off, we got first in Toy Mafia saying yo, and remembering our friend Nightwing. Good to see you.
Toy Mafia.
Got Helios56 with a yo. Good to see you. Princeton Phalanx coming in with a hello. Aqua Techie with a woo. I wish I had a Ric. Do I have a Ric Flair? Do we still have the Ric Flair in here? Damn.
I don't know.
I think I got rid of it.
Acting up for me right now.
Oh, I got him. We've got McLattering with a good evening all. The Titan with hail to the action crew. Professor Soundwaves with Bumblebee. Is that you? We've got Freakenstein in here saying, what's up, all you bots? Just got my first 1,000 subscribers. Transformers is the best community ever. Hey, well, congratulations.
Congrats. I can't even get 500 and I've been doing this.
And I gotta give you a sub. So
Subway or Jersey Mike?
Actually, I was already subscribed, but he's now at 1,000.1 subscribers. So awesome, man. Keep up the good work. Love to see it. McLattery talking about when T was putting his eye up to the camera. Retinal scan complete. T-Man 978. We got Effortless Random in here saying, been a while, missed y'all. Good to see you in here. We missed you too, man. Good, always good to have you in the chat. Big M saying, what's up, everyone? We've got D-Bag75 saying, hey, everyone. We've got Lance in here saying, also, I'm here. And Magmatron is on his way. We got Kato in here saying, howdy, folks. We've got Fluffy Pro in here. We've got... I think I actually know that catches us up. So we are all caught up on chat. So if you are watching us, don't be shy. Hop in there. We'll be highlighting you throughout the course of the show. And Kato saying, I spoke to John Warden yesterday. He told me that he was going to go work at Mattel. Trust me. All right, let's get into this. I guess let's talk first about the Transformers 40th anniversary screening. So,
I already saw it.
Yeah, I
Kinda.
You kind of did. There was a pleasant surprise. So this post is really for the popcorn buckets and cups. I wanted one of each. We went to AMC; they did not have either. I wish that Mike and Matt were here because they joined T and I. We all saw it together. What was really cool and what was unexpected was that the very first episode of More Than Meets the Eye was actually a live reading with as much of the surviving voice cast as they could bring on. Michael Bell was there making a rare appearance. Peter Cullen, Frank Welker.
On film or at the theater?
On film. So the way that they had it, we were kind of
hold on here.
We were kind of curious because they presented it in 4x3, but it was like 4x3, and then they had like a vertically oriented display to make it 16 by 9.
Do you remember G2, the Cybertron cube thing there, where they would transition and whatnot? That's what it looked like on the screen at all times. So they had a transmission, and they had the voice actors reading the lines to the video. Sometimes it matched up, most of the time.
Yeah, there were some situations, and I mean, again, it was a live reading, so because of that, there were certain things like Frank Welker made some mistakes, like he said Energon tubes at one point.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And he also said something he like messed up one of the lines. I can't remember what it was actually supposed to be, but he was just like, he said to Starscream, like, you're lucky to have the privilege to leave or something.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. Brian Swanson said some of the voice actors were at my screening in LA. Which ones were there, Brian? But you know,
Frank Toro, is that his name?
Oh yeah, the guy that was the voice of Starscream and Wheeljack. He was the guy that was in Transformers Devastation.
He did a good job.
Yeah, he was really good. Actually, no, it was Scott White who did the voice. What was this? Because
I know it's Frank Tudoro or something.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, because Chris Collins was both, or Lotta was Starscream, Wheeljack, and Sparkplug.
Frank Totoro. Actually, Frank Totoro was the guy that was the voice in the Siege cartoon. Which I wish he was doing that voice in the Siege cartoon because he sounded like dead on Wheeljack and Starscream.
And what's his name? Neil, the one that was Perceptor's voice.
Oh, Paul Eiding.
Paul Eiding.
Yeah,
I felt like he was phoning it in out of the most.
The one that was phoning in the most was Greg Berger, especially with his Spike voice.
Oh, they made him Spike.
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
Dan, help! Like that's literally how I delivered the line. I was like, what? But it was still fun. I still think they should have just done. I think when we walked out, we were all kind of unanimously agreeing they should have just done More Than Meets the Eye rather than including in Countdown to Oblivion on there. I mean, I guess they wanted to round it out to a 2-hour thing,
and they wanted to leave on a cliffhanger just in case you hadn't been watching.
Yeah, I mean that was smart, but it was neat to see. Still wish we got the buckets, but I hope they do more stuff like that. I wish that they had done a whole live reading for the 2 hours.
Yeah, that would have been way more interesting.
Yeah. So, okay, so Brian says that Frank Totoro and a Reef Kitchen were there.
I think that's the one that was Jazz and.
Yeah, and he did a really good jazz voice too. He sounded pretty close to Scatman Crothers. So, and yeah, it was good stuff.
Straight out the top of it.
Because now we can get into some more toy news. I guess in keeping with G1, we'll talk about this set that's coming out. Curious what you guys think about this. They are coming out with a Studio Series 86 Dead Brawn and Ratchet.
First, I was thinking, wow, look at that. Then I saw that picture of Braun on the front, and it made me sad.
I mean,
I've seen that movie a million times.
Committed to the bit. And
Look at that.
Ratchet, I'm also impressed that it's got the blast effect for the chest. So
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, if they would have had the whole smoke trail for Braun, that would be awesome.
This, by the way, would be a perfect convention exclusive.
I agree.
Like, if there was ever something that screams convention exclusive, it would be this. It is a wonderful novelty piece. It's not an essential part of the collection, but it's cool that they did it. And again, how they did Ratchet's chest and all, that is beautifully committed to the bit, drilling the hole in Braun. So, I mean, I don't need to spend money on it, but if you had this in your collection, I would definitely be going, ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, I also think that had they made it a convention exclusive, they wouldn't deal, because again, the first one that came out that was Ironhide and Prowl, that went on deep discount. So I'm surprised that they're committing to this. And I think that had that first set, as you mentioned, had been a convention exclusive, it probably wouldn't have, it'd probably be way more sought after.
I mean, I'm waiting for the Wind Charger Wheeljack set myself.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for a deluxe Wind Charger in general.
Well, in fact, that scene got cut from the movie, so that's why I was saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, they could put him in Legacy, G1, the Universe, or whatever the next series is.
No, never mind.
Does he have a hole in the roof?
Period, but
yeah.
I know he had it in the chest right there, but is it on his back as well?
See, that I don't know, because they just have the inbox pictures. But I would think not, because you don't see anything here on the hood of his, But I'm sure somebody will, given that they have in package pictures, somebody's going to have this in a couple weeks, and we'll know for sure. And yeah, they definitely did do Wheeljack dirty.
But this packaging is way better than the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Next up, we get a legacy figure that I think we're all relatively excited for, and we get some in-hand pictures of Vector Prime. So this comes from the Weibo user, Not Rab, has this guy in hand. I love the fact that he retained the articulated hands from G-Axis. And really my only complaint is that they didn't remold the shins.
I'm impressed. If they never made G-Axis, I would. Damn. No, they look good together. I mean, yeah. I did not buy that because I thought, but I'm impressed. I am very much impressed.
I would not be shocked if they give us a new Cybertron Optimus Prime. But I'm shocked that he's brighter. He looks way brighter than the previous picture.
Lance says, "Where's his Minicon?" And that's the thing, is that they need to be doing Minicon packs. Granted, they may also try and do. What's that?
Go back to a picture with the sword.
See, there was one where it was at a better angle, right here.
You see his chest is filled in on that picture.
Is that's not the same sword that came with Surge, is it?
I don't think it is, because that hinge. It doesn't look like it.
Okay.
Because for Scourge, that the hinge was on the axe, and then the sword slotted into the axe.
Right. Now I remember it. Yeah. But I'm very much impressed with this figure. Actually, they made. I mean, the first one was a cool figure, but they've actually definitely 1.0'd it type of thing.
Yeah, I like the candy red a lot.
That's his Cyber Planet key on his chest.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was trying to see. That one must be bigger than the other Cyber Planet keys.
It could be that. I mean, he is a Voyager, and this is a smaller leader. It probably is the same size as what's on Starscream.
No, those things are tiny.
Yeah. And then it ports in here, or clips on.
Yeah.
It's probably a different one.
Well, yeah, I want him. I want him. Hurry up.
And then also, well, actually, we go back.
It is more red than brown.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's like a candy red. So, we're off last week, so we didn't get to go through the Studio Series reveals. So let's go through these as well. There's a bunch of stuff hitting Studio Series, and exciting stuff. These have all been up for pre-order. So, Amazon, all the usual suspects have these. We'll skip over the Beyblade stuff and get right to the good stuff. First off, we get Studio Series 86 Steeljaw.
It's cute.
Yeah.
You got to get two. And then they come out with Ramhorn, and he has the other one. Then you'll have three.
I'm hoping that's how they do it. But, I mean, he looks fine. The legs are a little,
Stumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not
you can
you're
blame
buying it
Takara, Sony.
You're buying it for the stupid accessory. I hate to say it. It's
right.
I'm sorry. I've seen them do better figures. Plain and simple.
Well, he is an accessory pack, and the way I see it is, if you're looking to get everything for Blaster, it's just part of the price of admission. And if you want a better class of tape, that's where Masterpiece comes in.
Yeah, but
or third party.
Yeah, he definitely fits in with Siege, the Siege cassettes.
Yeah.
He looks a bit more substantial, way more substantial than Ravage. By a long, like the legs look even thicker than Ravage.
Yeah. I wish they showed Blaster with the accessory on. But we know his
They
hand.
did it in that video.
Then we get the Decepticon soldier from War for Cybertron. This looks pretty good. It's a barricade retool. It's going to be a big bot. Not much in the ankles or anything in the ankles, but sculpt wise, it's good.
That looks like the Evergreen one that's in Walgreens.
I haven't seen one that looks like this.
But just the way it looks like big and hollow.
Yeah. I mean, it's a generic design. I think it's cool that they're remembering the game. I just wish that they would find a way to re-release the game. And speaking of the games, Princeton chimed in to say that Reactivate was pushed back to 2025. They switched everything over to the Unreal 5 engine, which I don't know that was the wisest decision, but
Why am I forgetting the name of that toy line?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
oh, like
Sorry.
the motivators. Or
No.
whatever?
No, he's talking about the ones that came in when they were one of the first to come in the windowless boxes, and they were like $10-15, and they were like almost leader class size, but they were hollow as all get out.
Oh god, yeah. No, basically, the oversized core class shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. And Skywarp, who? Oh my gosh, I'm shocked. We're not getting this in Skywarp color. I am so shocked.
Nothing much to talk about with him, but hey, if you've got Starscream, Thundercracker, and what they called Thrust, you've got him. Springer is more exciting. I like this, but I have a couple gripes with it.
I don't think
this is.
If you got the first one, you don't. I don't think it's essential.
Not essential, but it is way better. Like some of the tooling that they've done does make this worthwhile. I like the new chest. I like the new shoulders. I like the fact that he has the flip out wrist rockets. I don't like that he has the wrecker hammer. I think that's a dumb choice. I would have much preferred an effects part for the sword to give him like the spinning, like a spinning effect.
Yeah. Or a missile shooting off his hand. He has a secret hand rocket.
Yeah, they could have reused the effects from Ultra Magnus on that. Just giving us that. Not pictured here. He does also come with the it's pictured there.
Got better things to do than die. Missile.
Yeah, which that's really cool. So then we get Straxus, and this was one I don't think any of us predicted at all, as far as the Pulse exclusive 40th anniversary comic boxes. I wonder if they're going to do a comic blaster. I think I did predict that they would do blaster with like the toy / comic head. And there he is.
Ramhorn.
Yeah. that would be fucked if that's the way you get Ramhorn.
No, he's probably going to come with rewind.
In the correct colors and like a non-transparent.
But okay, this Straxus looks good. I mean, if you were a fan of the old 80s comic, and the fact they got him colored like that, I love the box. I wouldn't mind them doing a more non-comic book colored version of him as well, just to give him a little more definition. But the head sculpt is gorgeous.
Yeah. Never would have expected. It's funny. I wasn't too familiar with his vehicle mode. This has been a long time since I even read over these comics. This is a smart reuse of Galvatron. I was very surprised that they did this. The only thing I wish is he had the triangles on his thighs.
One thing I think is cool for people who wear retail is their focus. Like, it would be nice to have another big Decepticon.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that alt mode. I almost like it more than Galvatron.
I do like it more than Galvatron's.
100%. And I like the fact that he's got both eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He does have cell shading, but you can barely tell.
Yeah, it looks more like it's in keeping with the design.
There's so much retooling. I feel like it's more retooling on him than that Springer, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Then we get our new Studio Series Bumblebee, and
it's a Bumblebee.
It's because we did see the one that was it was like a Studio Series one, but it had blue windows, and I now I'm like wondering, like, was that a mock-up? Was that a custom?
I think it was custom. Somebody made that. They were trying to trick us into thinking that was a fit. They had it in the Studio Series 86 box.
Yeah. I do think that black windows were the way to go, but it's interesting here because they still are doing clear. Like you can see in this picture here that they're using transparent plastic, which I thought was a no-go for Studio Series.
They said that they were trying to do the coloring thing like they did with the other ones, but the way the windows transformed, the color breakup wouldn't match or something like that, because some of the parts got to be his robot parts, and then he would have random blue on his arms or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm like excited and not excited.
Yeah. I do like the backpack better, and I think it's going to differentiate him from Cliffjumper a lot. But yeah, and I'm glad that he doesn't come with, because the most annoying thing about that Cliffjumper mold is reusing the glass gas cannon on everybody.
Yeah. But guess what? He won't be differentiated between Cliffjumper for long, because he's obviously Cliffjumper, but they tacked on that bumper. That's the only thing stopping him from being Cliffjumper is the bumper piece. The whole
Yeah.
car, even half of the hood, is Cliff Jumper.
I mean, if you get the Netflix one, there's kind of no reason.
Sure. And that's what this is going to be a game day decision.
Yeah, especially
My
if you
favorite
got
one-
the Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say my favorite. This is gonna sound sad. My favorite was still always the Titans Returns when you could put the little Titan inside it.
Oh,
It was a fun one.
yeah, I
That
like
was a
them.
great gimmick. That
He
was,
was
a great
definitely my
gimmick.
Bumblebee for a minute.
He had a good head
I'm just
sculpt too.
All right, cool. Next,
All right,
Man
next
forward.
up, we got let's see. Well, let's talk about the Hot Wheels Optimus Prime, because this one was interesting. I wasn't expecting this to. Why is that doing that? I wasn't expecting this to sell out in 26 minutes. But yeah, so on Mattel Creations, this guy went up. What was it? Wednesday. And we talked about him. We talked about the price. I mean, he's the same price as Missing Link Prime.
Right.
And he's just a 3-inch figure. And yeah, sold out in 26 minutes. I mean, I guess the Hot Wheels collectors, they're a factor.
wait, that was 3 inches. That thing was 3
Yeah.
inches tall,
This is
and it was
$3.
$80.
Yes.
It's the size of a
$80
Hot
for
Wheel.
3 inches.
Yes. It as T
And that's
as
not
T
a good-
pointed out,
Okay.
that is G1 Prime right there. This is the Hot Wheels one. So G1 Prime, he forms a small little guy. There's a video on Mattel Creations. Let's pull it up. We'll go to the bottom here. And you can see this was $80.
Yeah. You're paying for the experience of owning it, basically. It doesn't even come with a trailer. When I found out it didn't come with a
Yeah.
trailer, I was like, wow.
Yeah. Meanwhile, for $10.99, you can get a non-transforming one with a trailer.
All right. It's fully die cast, which is cool. And it has the sculpted in tempos, just like Missing Link. But it doesn't have the Missing Link articulation.
Right. And also it's parts forming and
Yeah.
you
You could display it in truck mode or robot mode in that packaging.
yeah.
At that price, you might as well buy the Magic Square.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
Missing Link.
Yeah. I would say go Missing Link, to be honest. And the
The
Titan
Magic
says the
Square
Missing
one
Link.
might fit on the track.
Yeah. But I mean, you could also get this Track Fleet one, which is literally just a Hot Wheel. Now, granted, this thing sold out pretty quick, and now, as I was Googling it for this image, people are trying to sell it for $40 because, apparently Hot Wheels collectors are nuts. I saw Kevin Womack in here, and I know he and I have talked about Hot Wheels collectors before, and some of those guys, man.
No, but I heard 26 minutes is long for Mattel.
So I mean, I it's hard to say. I'm wondering how many they made. I'm wondering, what the specifications were around it. But yeah, let's go to third party stuff. 'Cause we got quite a bit to talk about over on that side. And let's start off with one that I'm probably the only person interested in. But nonetheless, I'm excited for this one. This comes from Magnificent Mecha, and they're doing a movie masterpiece, Optimus Prime. I don't know if they're trying to do this as 1 or 2 figures, but they're doing a way more accurate looking Prime with that also configures to be the Dark of the Moon version, which I think is interesting. I hope he comes with both chest pieces or abdomen pieces, so
More
you
than
can have
likely.
either or.
Does it transform?
This transforms, and it's super clean
Wait, stay there.
backpack. What's that?
Else I stay here?
Mhm.
I want to be that. Yeah, from the way it's standing, that's how I remember him standing in the movie.
And I think he's the first one to have these front. I don't know what these are called on the truck on the grill, but these pieces here that connect the front bumper to the lights. Yeah, pipes. Yeah.
You're drunk, Megatron.
Accurate shoulders. He, also, I don't know if you saw, he's got the wheels. I guess the wheels are going to flip because he's got that thing that the only company I ever saw do that was Black Apple, where he has like the pieces that kind of engulf the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
So
the butt is accurate.
Yeah.
The transformation is probably a nightmare.
Well, if they utilize the existing transformation that's used in since Revenge of the Fallen and the first Masterpiece one, it might not be that bad.
I think it's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah, if they did do that, because that was a nightmare. But it's so bulky.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the legs can fit in there. I guess.
I mean, and to Lance's point, if it is like a Unique Toys style transformation and not like an X-Transbots, that could be a game changer. I mean, another company not to rule out is Magic Square, and I know like Motion has the Magic Square Dark of the Moon Megatron right now, and he's been gushing about the transformation on that, saying how much better it is than the Unique Toys, because the Unique Toys Megatron broke the streak of like enjoyable transformations. Hey, G Tony, good to see you, man.
Is that on the docket?
What's that? No, it's not. The stuff going on between Motion and Third Party Unlimited.
That and do not. You shouldn't do this anyway. Do not download and re-upload a Motion video unless you want to be destroyed.
I would say just a good rule of thumb, and Antoine's a good friend of the show. I just think a good rule of thumb is if somebody puts something on YouTube, just link their YouTube channel. If you're gonna yeah, just share the link. I mean, for smaller creators like us, like I don't care if we get clipped or people want to upload stuff from our show, but just you can't trust anybody nowadays, and when it comes to content creators, I just say that just link their videos. It's also going to be easier to do anyway. As far as getting the stuff up on your Facebook page. We'll talk some DNA design stuff. We'll talk the boring one. We'll talk the more boring one first. I think it's interesting, but still, it's not the most exciting one they're doing. But they're doing a kit for the Studio Series Optimus Primal, the Leader Class one. Hey, you can finally get the the faceplate. I wish they just did it. Just made the head that had the swappable faceplate, like the large one does, and like the mainline Voyager had.
Oh, I do not remember what he looked like now.
What's that?
Oh, there it is.
Because he transformed so many times.
and yeah, he stayed in his robot mode for so much of the movie.
Well, I do not need. I would not. I don't have that Optimus Primal, but I wouldn't need that faceplate. I like the regular face better.
Yeah. Then we'll get into like the most exciting kit. Okay.
I didn't realize it had antennas. It looks like freaking Batman.
Yeah, that was the first thing that I kind of noticed was that Batman aesthetic was like
Larkin.
Yeah. Hey Larkin, and we got Jedi Mindset popping in. Good to see you. Let's get the
shut up. That's not what he means. Yep.
So we talked about this set before, and I had one big complaint with it, and that was the fact that it didn't have like the face mask and the visor. And now they're offering those as a bonus. They're calling it an additional award, but I wouldn't say it's an award. It's just price of admission.
This is one of the best kits.
Yeah. I'm in for this now.
Cost $20 more than him, right?
Even still, I think for the look of it, it's warranted. For what it does to the vehicle mode, it's warranted.
Yeah,
Still pissed we never got that figure.
Yeah.
the original one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm over that. That figure, it was good for its time.
Yeah, I guess they're toying with the colors. They're now making the inside of the Magnus hammer transparent, but they're also toying with this blue and yellow one. I like the top one better.
Really, Princeton? Really?
But yeah, this is looking pretty cool. And so again, they're selling the two different flavors. They're selling again based off of the hammer, the color variation version. So this is the O and this is the Y version. I'm gonna go with the O version. So don't necessarily know when this is gonna go up for pre-order, but yeah, I'm definitely in for that. We'll go over to some Dr. Wu stuff. And again, I know Matt likes these a little bit. I might actually get this set because I think this MicroMaster size Shockwave will make for a really good Masterpiece accessory. So everything's sold in 2 packs. They're selling Pulse Gun and Leap as one. And then again they're doing two variations, a show and a Toy Deco one.
And then they made Leap some random color.
Well, he's not really random. He's supposed to be hubcap.
No.
And then they've got the Pulse Gun / Shockwave. But again, just rendered.
If a Masterpiece can actually hold a handle, that would be great.
Yeah. I think I want him more for like Bruticus. Depending on the size of him. Like my Zeta Bruticus should be able to hold that. Or
it'll be too small.
Yeah, that or have him for like Megatron, or so Shockwave can be actually holding a transformable version of himself would be kind of neat. So, but again, I'll kind of wait and see when people start reviewing it to see like what the actual size of it is, and I'm sure that'll be one of the first things that people do. And let's get into, we also have a couple things coming from Bingo Toys. This first one is really interesting. And this is Jazzy. And I believe this is an IDW style Jazz.
Yeah, that's definitely jazzy.
I don't remember that.
Well, there is already an IDW style Jazz out there from Generation Toy.
Yeah, this looks.
It was insane. That thing's supposed to be like a bitch and a half, and then another third to transform.
No, it's no harder than the Make Toys one. In all honesty, I have it, and I transformed it not too long ago. Apparently, this is actually an original design from Bingo, even though it kind of to me looks like IDW Jazz.
It looks like a Cybertronian version. The IDW one was really cool. It looked like what you just were talking about. It looked like a real car. This looks like something not of Earth.
Yeah, this looks like if Jazz was like a season 3 headmaster. Like
if that what's those people called? 301 transform.
Yeah. Yeah, I do kind of get those vibes. I would say this probably would be a good stand-in with 3-0 stuff. I'd love to see them come out with a Jazz that looked like this, to be honest. But I'm kind of curious, like, what's the market like for these like original designs? Not that I'm against them. I think that they should exist, but
Put it this way,
baby.
it's like the Kang toys stuff. And in some ways, it's like independent action figures are right now.
Mhm.
These days, people are just in some ways wanting something different to be different. You say how is it different these days? It's a full circle. Remember when Fans Project was doing stuff? They were doing their aesthetic of it. So I encourage this. So
I do too. I just don't want to see companies fail because they take risks. So when I say like, what's the market for it? It's like I like bingo toys now. Yeah, because they did. I think the issue with Bad Cube is their first original design. They went with Huffer, with Captain Huffy.
It was a Huffer-like thing, but it wasn't Huffer.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's still supposed to be like more of a hard-edged Huffer. I thought people liked the figure who had it, but
I guess
is that the
Tire Factory? I guess it's close to the IDW as well.
Jedi says they can fail after I get this in hand. Well, the one thing I can say about bingo toys is that they do some smart stuff. Was like, they do have like that market for like the I don't know what do you call it, where they make the Transformers that look like anime girls.
Oh yeah.
This is, I think, one of the smartest things that they're doing is they are going off of the they see the market for Missing Link, and they are doing their own Missing Link Grimlock, which they're calling it Grim Sharp. And I kind of want this. I'm not gonna lie.
Wonder how much it will be, because I can see Takara Tomy making this. I'm shocked they're not even coming after them
Yet. Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure this is on the list.
And this looks basically done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It looks good.
Yeah. But I guess really, how hard is it to make a Missing Link figure? I mean, you're taking the old design, you know how big it needs to be, you know what the clearances need to be, you're just adding in extra articulation.
Like especially certain ones like Grimlock, Shockwave, Inferno, and Hoist. They basically have the design of a robot. They just need the joints.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what's probably gonna translate really well with that Missing Link stuff? The Insecticons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like that one actually has me more excited.
The legacy versions are basically them with simple transformations.
Right,
They
that's what I'm
barely
saying.
updated it. Yeah. So you're right.
It's the Studio Series ones are basically anyway. Yeah. Cool.
Well, the last little bit of third-party news we can talk about. Don Figueroa.
Mm-hmm.
He recently learned that third-party exists. And again, nothing but respect for Don, but there's been, I think, a lot of misconceptions about third-party, how things work, and I was getting tagged in this, and
I got tagged in it.
Yeah, T was tagged in it, and I was really just trying to explain to people, like, look, this is how MP works. So Don,
Let's put it this way. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, Don, Don was basically, he saw that somebody translated his design into a third-party figure, and now he's looking to get compensated for it. And, getting people, like here we have Brian Johnson, T-Fan Page 101,
Not bloody likely.
Yeah. So, like Don saying, motherfuckers need to cut me a fucking check. Wonder if Elon Musk lawyers could help me out with this. No. I mean, look, I feel for him. I feel for every artist every artist who creates something and doesn't get residuals. But the sad reality of the situation is that, like, yeah, as Larkin says, he didn't patent the design. There's nothing he can do about it. And when you're designing something for a company like Hasbro, they say, hey, we would like for you to do a design for our character, Optimus Prime. You sell away the rights to that. So even if his Prime design was made by Hasbro, they weren't going to be cutting him a check anyway. And the harsh reality of third party is it often paves the way these days for Hasbro to make that version of the character because they say, oh, there's interest in this.
Let's put it this way. How much has MMC paid Studio Ox?
Or Nick Roche.
Exactly.
Well,
I was going with that because the MMC, the Studio Ox was their original designs from.
Well, that reformatted is
Mm-hmm.
How many people are paying for the JDJ, the JD,
the DJG,
blah blah blah? Them.
Yeah, exactly. There's an entire. There's an entire line of figures.
Yeah, and the Titan, to your point, I don't even think Don knows that Rolling Thunder exists because this just came on his radar. Somebody tagged him on May 21st saying, hey, have you seen this already? And I'm curious if it was like, because in the case of Nick, I think Nick understands, like Don's an older guy from what I understand. But like in the case of Nick, I think he probably understands that, like, look, I'd rather see my creations come to life versus not at all. I mean, again, no matter how you cut it, third party always has been, and always will be intellectual property theft. And
yes, black and white, 100% digital, 1 and 0. A third party is an IP theft. Period. I've said this before in the chat. It may be a better version of it. Cool. It may be a better made figure. Cool. But it's still not your property. If you're writing a Harry Potter fanfic that has a better ending than the book, you still can't publish it because somebody else has the rights.
And to that point, it's like people have in recent times created fanfics that got legal, they weren't even charging for it, but they got legal cease and desist. There's a modder right now who does mods for Mortal Kombat. Like he's the guy that put like Elsa and Snow White in Mortal Kombat 1, and Warner Brothers just sent him a cease and desist. And he's not selling his stuff. He's just doing it for fun and putting the mod videos on. And it's unfortunate, but
now he has to let it go.
Yeah. In this case, it's like I think third party is interesting. I'm a huge third party collector, as all of you all know. I think everybody on the show collects third party in one way or another. I don't condemn it, but I don't condemn it, and I don't condone it. Well, I kind of do condone it because it's like it's not hurting Hasbro in the sense that they're using, and Matt had even mentioned in the chat, and I mentioned it too, that Hasbro will take engineering tricks that third party does, and basically they're using it as free R&D.
Here's the thing, Don, I know you're watching because you're such a fan of the show. You've got these wonderful designs. Tweak the head, tweak some of the symbols on them, and make your own robot line.
Well,
there's this woman out there who wrote the most. There's this one woman out there who wrote the most horrible piece of schlock. That was Twilight fan fiction. She took Twilight characters and put them in a dominant sub relationship, and then she tweaked a little, changed the characters a little, and that's unfortunately how we got 50 Shades of Grey.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. So that's what he has fantastic designs. It's just make them his designs. I hate to say that.
I just wish people could understand this, because like I'm scrolling through it and it's people saying, get your check, it's bullshit, give me their IP addresses. And like when I came into the thread and I was like, hey, this is just IP theft is something that runs rampant in well, that's that dare I did say that I do condone it. I do condone it in the sense that it doesn't hurt Hasbro in the long run, as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, I still also support Hasbro by a lot. You know, Hasbro releases an official figure. They already came out in third party. Everybody, including myself, still buys it. But
Hey, look, we own this.
Well, that's a
Look,
new thing.
yeah,
Yeah, most of us who are collecting third party are still collecting Hasbro. We're sitting there bitching about it as we're giving them a credit card, and we're bitching about it as we get home, but we still give them the money. Or if you're like me, who just decided to say, okay, I'm
sometimes
really but still.
if official actually produced the figure, we wouldn't own the third party in the first place.
yeah. Well, and yeah, that was like the point that Matt was making. That, you know, again, a lot of times Hasbro doesn't know if a figure is going to sell, and they can say, "Oh, hey, this third-party figure is really popular from a character we deemed obscure. Hey, let's make it in one way, shape, or another." What sucked was like trying to educate him on this and saying like, "Hey, IP theft runs rampant in China." He took it as condemning the whole country, and I'm like, that's not what we're saying. We're saying that IP theft is a problem in China. It runs rampant, and it impacts a lot more than just Transformers or you. And it's unfortunate. Like, again, I would love to see some company, some toy maker, just approach him and say, "Hey, we'd love to pay you for your designs and bring some of your designs to life."
Yes, that's. I hate to bring up a sore thumb here, but that's what Mass Toys did with the Unrustable Bastards.
Yeah.
Just got to find yourself a company that won't embezzle all the shit.
Yep. Yeah. And that's half the battle.
Designs. He's got fantastic art, but but as long as he's still piggybacking off somebody else's story.
Yeah.
You know, I'm making where'd I put it? I'm making this Red Hood here. I'm making this Red Hood. That doesn't make me a toy designer. I'm not, because I don't own any of this. So
well, let's talk some more toy news. We'll get into one. I'm curious what you guys think on this one, whether you're in for it. This got revealed the other day. Actually, I think yesterday. This is the 85th anniversary Marvel Legends Hulkbuster. So,
I was already probably not going to get it before I saw the price.
Yeah, this one was surprising because it came in cheaper than we were expecting. So he's coming in at what was it?
No, it's higher than we expected.
Oh, it's higher. I thought he was
60.
Yes,
it's $60.
That's $60.
Oh shit! Never mind then.
Yeah,
I thought I misread
for this until the price came out.
Now, for what they have right here, it looks cool and it looks good in the packaging. But I thought it would be like $45 or something.
Well, no,
it does look like it might be more substantial than that Carnage that's coming out.
Yeah, and the Carnage is $40, which is like, oof.
First, okay, that Carnage. I think I told you I figured out why I don't like about that Carnage. It's not the size. But let's start off with this guy here. Like I said, they've released the Ironmonger mold, which is about the same size as that Ironmonger. Yes, it's got alternate hands and it's got the head swap. Okay. This should not have been more than $50. It is $10 too much. It's got alternate hands. It doesn't have any of the weapons or effects like the Ironmonger figure had, but it's got like those add-on. It's got those add-on overlays. So, yeah, this is one of the ones I'm going to wait until it goes to that outlet price because it looks great. The details there. This is about the size of that Cyber Spider-Woman figure, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Except, it's actually painted on both sides. Oh, it was.
Yeah, that was $60 too, right?
Yeah.
I think when it originally came out, it was, but that's still, at least that thing had, a unique body, that unique gun arm, but I mean, it still had. I didn't buy it because it still had so many issues to it, the paint and all. This
I kind of agree with Lance here
Did I
too.
get
That,
it?
that posable
if not,
fingers.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure a
Posable
third-party
fingers,
company will make.
ball in the torso, and I mean in the waist,
Yes,
universal wrist,
Well, it has it's got a
blast
ball.
effects.
It's got a ball for the top part of it.
Yeah,
And is this reusing pieces from the Build-A-Figure too, or at least engineering from it? It looks similar.
no,
Well,
it should be all new. I think. You mean the MCU?
Yeah, because it's just the big ball socket in here, not a real ab crunch.
Nah, all this is new sculpting. 'Cause they don't look up the same at all.
it's not all. I don't think it's all new. Well, maybe it is. I'm looking at the.
Pinless legs. You get a new Tony head.
Yeah, yay. But they didn't even They didn't even
I mean,
paint the
I've got
propulsion inside the hands.
No, they didn't. And at that price, it should have come with repulsor blast effects.
Yeah,
Right. Multiple.
smoke
Yeah,
effects
there's no
too,
effect-
because yeah, the Ironmonger
I mean, that's
came
one
with
of my
blast
issues.
effects.
Hmm?
The Ironmonger and also the Hydra Stomper came with effects pieces.
Yes, they
And,
did.
You know,
Completely
well,
they did.
Oh yeah, the Hydra Stomper. That was like
Mhm.
$40, right?
oh no, he was originally more expensive. I thought. I think he came out at 60, but then he went on
Did he?
sale.
Oh, I found them for I feel like less than $10.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, not getting
Yeah.
it.
But you know, if you do want to spend $60, I think that's what these are going for. We got the Batman tumblers coming out from McFarlane. So
Yeah. Oh, that's the. Oh no, that's the end of the month. That's they haven't even revealed the price.
true. These probably will be. I'm guessing they might be closer to 80 or 100 at this point.
Yeah,
But,
the Bat Girl. I mean, Cat Girl was like 80, I think.
Was she that much?
Yes, because she was like exclusive to his website.
It was probably shipping factored in.
More than
So-
likely.
I could tell you, yes, this does come in black. There's two versions of it though. You have the Dark Knight Rises one. This does not include Bane, oddly, but the black version, and that's so the Dark Knight Rises one is an Amazon exclusive, and the black one is a McFarlane store exclusive, but it comes with Lucius Fox, which I'm like, man, I would love a little Morgan Freeman figure as a desk toy. But yeah,
We
I
all want a little Morgan Freeman in our life.
I just have him narrate things as we go. Let's see if this is up at all on the McFarlane store. So yeah, the gold label Batmobile that ships in June is $90. So I would guess this is probably going to be ballparked around 90 or 100. And yeah,
But that one doesn't come with a figure, right?
no, it doesn't. That's why I think they maybe 110 or 120 now that I think about it.
Yeah, if it's under 100, I will be shocked.
Yeah.
And it's going to disappear.
So keeping it with DC stuff, we have a Reveltech Joker coming out. You guys seen this? This is coming.
Yeah.
This is
I
coming in
am
December.
mad about this. I am so mad because I have the other Joker, and those knives are fucking awesome.
Unfortunately, this one won't break the bank. This is coming in at about $63.
Oh, wait, what?
Well,
What company?
Reveltech.
Reveltech.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look, and this has the guns. I don't believe it. It still has the guns.
And a lot of guns.
I bought this
For
one.
now.
The one I have does not have the knives, and it doesn't have the I don't believe it has the crowbar and the straight razor. I'll have to double check if the one I have has the cards. I know the one I've got, it's got the staff. It's got, the sound effect. I mean, I got them. I literally have them right over here. There we go.
That tumbler is $60.
This is a fantastic Joker figure.
Now, is this a good sign that they're going to be able to put guns in with stuff?
I would hope so.
I don't know. This one came with guns. This guy came out right before the ban happened. Like that face is
Go
that's
back
an
to that
exclusive. But those again, I love those daggers. Put it back here. I just have. I was wondering if they're gonna be doing 1.0s now of all their other figures, like a version of the Arkham Knight now with freaking guns and stuff. It's a fun figure. It photographed really well, and I got some really cool poses out of it.
They had to make some deal because if it's their rule that they can't come with guns, then it shouldn't be come with guns. Not just because they released it earlier.
I wonder if it has anything to do with McFarlane's accessory packs and the fact that, you can make the argument that, hey, you don't want guns with these figures, but then...
They're adult toys.
Right, exactly.
That's the main problem.
You look at the target demographic, and then you also look at the fact that people are going to bypass it anyway. And then you also run the risk of people being swayed by third parties, because third parties will do what officials won't. So I'm more surprised this is coming in at the price that it's coming in. Like $60, and you get all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
is that the China price?
That's the Japanese price. So I'm sure domestic retailers will probably mark it up by 20. But if you're ordering
it's gonna be. I think he's already on Big Bad Toy Store for like $100. I'll tell you real quick.
130.
Oh, the new Rogue's up. Forgot about that.
What is?
The Mafex Rogue. That's up for pre-order.
Oh yeah, we will talk about her as well.
And it's going for it's pre-order at $109 on Big Bad Toy Store.
So significant markup there. This one just got revealed. This is the new 52 Cyborg Superman. Not my favorite design, but it's neat. I like that he comes with a stand.
Without a camera. Like me.
But
static.
Probably
the art card is actually the 90s art for him.
Yeah, get back to that there. But we'll shift over to the Mafex Rogue. As soon as it will load. There we go.
That interview with the voice actress was really good. I think I sent it to y'all.
And it's right now, when it comes to comic book figures, Mafex is pretty much knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
Plain
I like
simple.
the metallic green that they're using.
Yes.
If I have any issue, her face is slightly off, like the Psylocke. Like the eyes are spread out too far.
I will say that the face doesn't bother me too much. I get where it's a little soft. I'm more curious. Like, I guess they're using like a leather-like material for this jacket. At first, I was like, is that molded? But no, they're doing soft
No,
goods.
It's like gambling.
Yeah.
I think the middle face is the weirdest one.
Well, she's most dangerous when she's smiling.
Yeah. And I can't unsee that. Jedi says her face reminds me of Wonder Woman. I can see that.
Ooh, what would happen if Rogue got her hands on Wonder Woman?
And probably
Death Battle did it, and she wound up beating her.
Well, there you go.
Oh.
And we'll shift over to NECA. I think this is one that Dave's going to want. This is their
depends.
ultimate.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I didn't even know about this one. Yes, I want this.
So, Ultimate Dracula. This is Christopher Lee Dracula. And man, this face sculpt is really good.
Oh my gosh, I want this.
We got soft goods.
He hardly had any lines in either of the movie. He just was all playing it as all physical presence. He was just amazing in those. He was in the Dracula, the Hammer films, Hammer Studios Dracula films, and Christopher Lee is just a badass.
Yeah, I love that interview about where Peter Jackson was talking about Saruman's death, and he talks about what it was like getting so basically he was saying, like, when you get stabbed in the back, you have to scream. Yeah, and he was like, no, when someone gets stabbed in the back, all the air exits from their lungs because you punctured their lungs, and it just comes out as a.
How do you know that?
Yeah. Yeah. So this one's due out in September, and it's coming out for the Ultimate version. It's coming out for $34.99. So,
I will 100% own that.
And I guess now I think we can wrap things up on the whole Viper Island discussion. So, I know a lot of people are actually wait. We got. This really isn't breaking news, but I'm just seeing these here now. I'm gonna just look at these real quick because it's interesting. It's a cheap cash grab in or cheap cash in, but I kind of love it. 3-0 is doing a 1/6 scale Snake Supreme Cobra Commander, and they are also doing
and Pimp Daddy Destro.
Yeah, if the space existed, if the space of the funds existed, that's awesome. So,
yeah, I like them. I like them better than
it's the fact they're actually using the Prophet Director name.
Yes, and yeah.
I mean, that's the classified design.
Yeah,
100%.
Both of them, to be honest. But it looks better.
I kind of wish they had done those in 112, but
112.
Yeah.
I will tell you right now. I don't know if I actually just got a 3-0 112 scale figure. The scale is horrendous.
Were they too big, or
if you go on my channel right now,
No.
I actually just reviewed. Yes, I just reviewed their 112 scale Bloodshot, and oh my god, the scale just drives me batty. I mean, as a figure by himself, he looks good, but you can't use it for anything.
I don't like the way the legs look either.
That figure had a few things wrong that made it lacking.
Kev chiming in saying the funds will exist, but the space will not. That's the one thing I can't do. I'm at a point where I'm like, if I can't display it, I don't want to own it. That's just me, but that's. So Viper Island has been causing a lot of controversy particularly in the Joe collecting space. Dave, you're pretty well versed. For those that don't know, give them a bit of a rundown.
Long short of it, Ryan from the 3POA podcast had a friend in China who sent him some exclusive images of an upcoming Nemesis Immortal or Nemesis Enforcer figure. He put that picture on his Instagram with permission from the guy who sent him the pictures.
And we shared it on
Other
here
people,
too.
Yeah, and we made sure we said, this is Ryan from 3POA.
Mm-hmm.
He took that picture, put it through Photoshop, changed the lighting, changed the size and ratio, and basically said, I've got an exclusive. Now, that's not the problem. That was just him being a dick. Ryan, on the other hand, then said, hey, he's being a dick. I'm going to make some memes about him being a dick. How many times can I say this word, folks? We'll see.
Get a dick counter.
In doing these parody statements, in jest, he essentially weaponized the copyright system of Instagram and had his Instagram account removed. And then when other people started talking about this, he then still weaponized the Instagram account, the Instagram algorithm, and had their accounts removed. It happened to at least 2 channels. I know they're trying to get them appealed. I think he may have done it to a few others. I mean, he is known for taking other people's stuff. He took an interview that was done at San Diego Comic-Con and blew it up and edited out the people who did the interview and put that on as his own credit. So the guy is just, well, a dick. But the biggest thing is
That sounds like a
weaponizing. Well, he's got other issues too.
Yep. This
is Viper Island incident. Yes. And the fact that he's weaponizing the copyright systems, that's the line. You know, you go on YouTube and there are people who have flame wars against each other. There are channels about politics that will call out other channels. You know, was it last year, the year before, the whole Talker Art Boog Nice from ACBA thing was going through. Iron Ken and Articulated Ninja, they've got their beef. But you know what they don't do? They don't do that. They don't strike at that channel, taking advantage of those rules. And it's like, dude, you basically committed an internet war crime by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not the condensed issue. If you want a really good breakdown of the story, the channel Analog Toys has a very good breakdown of it. And if you want a more humorous version, Articulated Ninja's got a great version of it. And it's just, as I said, he crossed the line.
Yeah.
Those look like some solid knees there, T.
Yeah, look, this one is completely solid. This one.
Oh shit.
Solid
I
D.
can't remember. Is that ratcheted?
No, it's friction.
Yeah.
The hits are ratcheted.
Yeah, I knew something on there was ratcheted.
Tight ratchets on the hips.
Yeah. I do hope that YouTube. I really wish that there were better means for false copyright flagging. Like if you're doing it, I think there should be penalties. Like when they find out that it's not.
YouTube's different. YouTube's different than Instagram. Instagram is all automated. He actually did try to do a copyright strike on YouTube to the It's Chad channel, and when they do that, that actually is reviewed by a person, and he overturned that. And yes, there are repercussions for that. The Meta Instagram stuff, though, is pretty much all automated. So that's where he's basically taking advantage of a system with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube, you
And then
definitely gotta have
channel
some real
private.
proof.
Yeah, you definitely should check that out. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's unfortunate that people get caught in the crossfire with stuff like this, and I'm hoping that it all works out. I think it will all work out, and I think if anything, fans have been coming out to support 3OA way more. You know, I think it's kind of like the irony is Viper Islands created this Streisand effect almost, where he thought he was sticking it to him, and now they are having people come out, support them, and side
And
with
losing
them,
subs.
and losing subs. Yeah, and reputation too.
Well, their reputation is actually pretty horrible. I tried watching one of his videos, and it's like it took like over 3 minutes of him talking, and he was still just self-gratifying himself of how great they are versus actually getting to their actual news. It's horrible. It's hilariously horrible and cringe. I would say though, if you guys are sub to them, I don't say this often, but there are better news sources out there. I'm not even saying us, but there are better news sources for Joe News, and I in solidarity, I would say unsub. I can't make you. I'm not going to say you're a horrible person if you choose not to, but I am asking in solidarity because of treating other channels like this and crossing these lines. Hit that button.
Good news from Robo.
Yeah, Foosh is very solid.
Oh, he's no longer.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
He's Robo. I can't break myself from saying that. I called him that for so many years. But yeah, with that, I think that brings us to about the end. Before we wrap up, do you guys have anything in the pipeline that you want to promote?
At some point,
well, I just said I did that. I got that on order too. As I said, I currently have that Bloodshot video. So if you've ever been curious of a 3-0, 112 scale figure, Artishark is fantastic, and Artishark was one of the people who was attacked by him, by the way. So support him. And but yeah, please hit. That's my stuff right there. I'm stuttering.
Right on. And T, what kind of reviews do you have in the pipeline?
Well, just this guy. I'm gonna have to do the Crimson Strike because it's T.I. Joe. I have an hour-long video for how to transform this into multiple daggone things. Oh, and I got to review this guy finally, Navigant.
Well, he's easy to transform, at least.
He's doing it. I'm gonna have to do the combined mode several times.
Yeah. Good deal. All right. Well, I think that takes us to the end for tonight. Again, I want to thank everybody in the chat who hung out with us tonight. We wouldn't be able to do the show without you guys. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for chiming in the live chat, and to all those who watch us on the I guess the post show. Drop a comment. Yep, we appreciate you. I'll be looking out for those comments. And with that, make sure you liked, make sure you subscribe, make sure you rang that notification bell. Dave, are there any figure reactions on the horizon?
I think we're trying to get Nicky Nicole Customs on, but that's definitely more Mike's avenue right now. Yeah. So I'm waiting for it. I know he's got some stuff going on, so I don't want to hit on there.
And he also said Quentin Bedwell.
On toy photography.
I think he also said on Saturday he was working to get Quentin Bedwell back on.
Yes, Quentin was a fantastic guy to talk to. And then I know I want to try to get something with some toy photography going on as well, because I'm trying to get back into toy photography. So,
right on.
I think this says it all.
Hell yeah. And no, McLattering, no, we're not getting Viper Island.
No, that guy puts his kid on. He actually puts his son on the show, and that just isn't right.
Yeah, that, and we don't want to go down the whole drama sphere. Not our forte. All right, with that, that'll wrap us up for tonight. Thanks again to everybody that tuned in, and we will see you all next Thursday right here on the Figure Action channel at 9 o'clock Eastern. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Hope everybody has a great holiday weekend. Spend some time with some family. Cook some good food. Relax, and we will see you all next week. Well, hopefully you still make time for some good food. So, all right, everybody. We'll catch y'all later.
Peace.
Peace.
Mariano.